Hello, and welcome again to Turtle WoW. So recently I played through the human starting area, although not in its entirety because it was a little bit crowded back then. I hope it's a little bit better now. But yeah, that was more of a nostalgia run because I used to play humans, and now I thought let's have a look at the high elves, kind of the unique, one of the two unique starters in this game. The High Elves and the Goblins. The High Elves are part of the Alliance. So, let's see. So, actually, we start out in this area here, which is in Loch Modan. And this is the kind of the hunter cabin, which was kind of empty in the regular game, but now they filled it up with High Elf refugees. As far as I know, that's kind of the story relating to the High Elves, that they're kind of refugees on the run from the what is it called? Well, from what I gather, it was basically Death Knight Artist was trying to kill them all, and so they were on the run and they stranded here, and that's kind of where the story of your High Elf picks off. So let's have a go. It's so good that you're here with me, Elismara. What can I do for you? Farstrider Lodge. Ah, you're awake. The journey south from the remnants of Lordaeron was filled with peril, but we have survived and this is our new home. There is a lot of work to be done now that we have arrived. This lodge has only been used by a few dwarven hunters ever since the Second War, but it hasn't been maintained properly. Farron Swiftwind in the lodge has been here much longer than any of us. Why not talk to her to get started? Alright, let's have a go. So yeah, I actually didn't, which is kind of a shame because it has a unique intro movie, this the High Elf starter area. As you can see, there are the kind of the quest givers. The original NPCs are still here. There's one. Yeah, this has a unique intro with voiceover recorded for this server, which is kind of neat. But yeah, I kind of skipped that because I wanted to kind of set up my UI and everything, not having to do that while I'm recording. Also turned off the guild chat and world chat, although you don't join world chat automatically, I believe.
What brings you here?
Welcome to Farstrider Lodge. You wish to assist? Well, your offer is welcomed. I was just a lone ranger who took refuge down here, and the next thing I know, my homeland has fallen. Now I have to contend with a hundred refugees. We have a lot of work to do, friend, but it's for the greater good. We Quel'Dorai must stick together now. Alright, stocking up on wood. Wagons full of refugees have arrived from the north, and we know more are on the way. Because this was used as a dwarven hunting lodge, the lardens are fully stocked with meat. Unfortunately, most of the meat was in the process of being salted, and the lodge does not have great supply of firewood. Go out and collect some. You'll find plenty of the wood bundles just outside the lodge. Oh, and a word of warning: do not leave the valley. There are things out there that are very dangerous, and you are not ready to face them. Yeah, this is of course kind of because this kind of area is in Loch Modan. So yeah, there are kind of level 15 to almost 20-ish running around outside of the area. Kathy Wake. Excuse me, High Elf, can I have your attention for a moment? I'm Kathy Wake. I'm part of a branch of the Alliance military responsible for ensuring the safety and prosperity of Alliance lands. We've recently been sent here with a large contingent of men. Although I personally believe we are needed more back home, it is not my place to question orders. Our mission has been to ensure your people arrive safely to the lodge and also to get you settled in. However, it is not easy to keep everyone safe from the dangers out here. While my men have been dealing with the larger problematic elements in the region, smaller ones have been left unattended to for too long. and now they have been allowed to run rampant. The refugee caravans could be in danger if something is not done quickly. I take it you can fight. If so, please go out there and take care of the trucks that have been infesting the area around the lodge. Kill 8 trucks. Alright. Do not be frightened, these trucks are small and weak, they're easy to take out alone. However, if they swarm the caravans, people could get hurt and we cannot spare men to deal with them. Treasure there, away from the lodge. Okay. So of course all these quests are... That's a fancy mailbox. Yeah, all these quests are written by... well, not written by the original developer. These are kind of done by the server. Or the developers of the server. Which for the most part, honestly, they have been good. Even the kind of the quests that are... that you encounter later on. Although that quest that Kathy Wake just gave us was a bit the text was honestly a bit long compared to quests usual quests. Let's have a look at the oh, this one's level 2. Oh, before I forget, we should probably have a look if we can find the special turtle weapon master, practice lockbox, food merchant, cloth leather merchant. I'm looking for the glyph merchant. General supplies, mail armor. There's the mysterious stranger, which lets you become a hardcore character. Warrior trainer, paladin trainer, priest trainer. Yeah. Pet trainer. Innkeeper. Glyph master, there he is.
You need something?
I'd like to buy a glyph. So let's buy... Oh, that is back again. That's annoying. Kind of the visual glitch here. Which just comes and goes as it pleases. Sometimes it fixes itself, sometimes not. I was kind of unlucky with the first recording in this one. Slow and steady challenge. Let's put that on, since it's the Turtle WoW server after all. There we go. So this is level... Oh, we already found something for level 5. So yeah, again, there is still the war mode challenge, which puts you in PvP mode all the time, and there is the Glyph of Exhaustion, which I honestly... Well, I mean, I get it in sense of, in the way that is, if you really want to use the Glyph of the Turtle and then just also keep yourself from using rested XP altogether. But kind of the... Already got a brown bag. Alright, we're looking for wood. Have to remember that. But yeah, the kind of what they mentioned, that it doubles your experience gain in weapon skill. Honestly, does very little, in my opinion, because yeah, in this server you can just look at that. You can use training dummies to up your skill. So you can just have your character... Oh. It's again quite busy. Hey. Yep, he's already got his PvP flag up. So this is actually, I put this on the bar because this is the blood elf, the high elf kind of racial ability. While channeling this spell, generate 4% maximum mana, 6 rage or 12 energy per second for 5 seconds. Okay, so it is maybe a little bit better than I thought actually. Made a mistake there. Squirrels. Still have to well, fight the urge is a big word, but I remember when achievements were implemented, there was the achievement that where you had to. I never got the achievement, but when you ever saw a critter, you needed to do /love. Yeah, I think those people are multi-boxing, possibly. Yeah. I thought it would be okay. It's early in the day still. Thought it wouldn't be too much of a deal. Too much people around, but yeah, I mentioned this in the early video. The server is getting quite. Seems to have grown a bit in popularity since the patch hit. The well, I think we have to use that later on, don't we? Requires empty barrel, yeah. We need 2 more. Get that one. Alright. 4% per second for 5 seconds. So actually as a caster or a healer that is a very nice ability. Although for a warrior and a rogue as well, I'd say. I don't have too much experience with rogues, but yeah, getting free rage as a warrior is nice. Especially if it works out of combat, because then you could charge in afterwards. Okay, we got a new quest there. So maybe
What brings you here?
the high elf might be the best race for a paladin now. Not sure. Do you have the wood? Yeah, we do. Thank you, Elismara. With this wood we can cook enough meat to satisfy many hungry bellies. Cloth, we'll take the leather.
I'm listening.
Slacking their thirst. Hello again. The wood you gathered helped feed many refugees. Well, that was fast. However, the situation is far from resolved. The drinking water stores are running low. Soon we will not be able to care for the refugees, but likely there is a well to the north near the border of this valley. Go there and fill this barrel with water. There are volunteers trying to dig a new well here. That will take time. Please. I know I can count on you. Alright. Kathy Wake. Well done, Esmara. Well done, Elismara. This is only the beginning, but removing those vermin will ensure refugees remain safe for now. We have more work to do, though. The more assistance we get from you, the more help we can provide to your people. No mail yet. You're less wet behind the ears now, which is good. Again, this is very long quest text. The vermin you've defeated are only a nuisance compared to the other things that lurk in this valley. Some of the recent refugees who arrived last night reported seeing a short-statured figure with glowing red eyes in the woods as it stalked the area. Some brushed it off as fatigue from the long travel, but I believe it may be the forward scout of a Shadowforge raiding party. The Shadowforge are one of the Dark Iron clans. They are corrupted by red-eyed dwarves who are at odds with the Kingdom of Ironforge. Investigate the area to the west where the sighting happened, but do not stray too close to the dig site. It is infested with drugs far stronger than those vermin that you fought earlier. Remember, do not engage. If you find something, confirm your sightings immediately and return to me. We get a new sword. Alright, let's have a look.
You got my attention.
Here at the Forstrider Lodge, we prize hunting skills above all else. Wish to gain my approval, you have to earn it. You look like a challenge, lass. Belt and tusks. Prove your worth to me. I will have you go around the lodge and search for the many piglets and cubs that made their home close to here. Your kin will also need clothes and armor made from the hide. While I am not the best leather worker, we could still make a few pieces of gear. 5 pelts of the bear cubs and 5 chunks of meat from the piglets will be enough to prove your worth. Come back to me when you have everything. We get a cape. Alright.
Safe travels.
So I'm actually not that too, even though I've played enough of WoW, although most of it I played when I was a fair bit younger. I think we need boars, right? So I'm not actually too familiar with, what is already corpse here? I'm actually not too familiar with the lore. Well, I'm not an expert by any means. And so yeah, this server kind of prides itself in being more of a continuation of Warcraft 3 lore, or going in a well, I don't know really how to put it, because yeah, it's of course the same game as vanilla WoW, but then the stuff they've added, they've kind of adamant about it being lore appropriate and whatnot. But again, I'm not the expert, so the guy I'm telling you about could be wrong as well. But I do remember being in a guild with somebody who kind of stated that that was all kind of BS, because it really didn't gel according to him. So I'm not really sure how good or bad they upheld the lore. I don't remember what it was about, honestly. He said, yeah, this is I do. It was about the high elves, I think, but he said, yeah, something about them was clearly wrong, according to him. I kind of told him that maybe he should tell them on the forum or on Discord, but I don't think he felt like it. Oh, those are not the trucks we're looking for. Hey, Mike. The quest log isn't updating. Right. I need to remember that I don't have my hotkeys. My hotkeys are set up differently for my main character. Let's have a look. I think pumpkins, we have to get those in a while. Is that a garden gnome? Looks like it. No, it's a it's kind of a to show the parameter. Kind of not go beyond this point, I think. Let's have a look. Oh no, it's a graveyard. All right. Yeah. So early on, I did actually try a hardcore character, and I'm remembering it now because I picked a high elf. The one I have is still alive, but before I got to that point, it's not. It's only level 13 or something. But yeah, I kind of mentioned before that I really don't care about making a hardcore character. It's neat that it's there. A lot of people are doing it. You can kind of see the messages coming through with people dying and reaching certain levels. But yeah, I think before I managed to leave this area, I think my high elf died 2 times there. In that area. Kind of the dark iron dwarves are there. So I think we just have to look at this. Yeah, scouting completed. Alright. Huh, that one did update. I took a few notes before recording, kind of some stuff to talk about, kind of stuff that I missed on my failed to talk about or forgot to talk about on my first run with the human, kind of giving my overall opinion and experience with the server. Yeah, I've been kind of surprised by the people that look, I think a lot of people that come here are kind of your old school WoW players. Let's turn in those hides and meat.
What's on your mind?
Are you done yet? We need those supplies. There you go. Ah yes, well, while these clearly weren't harvested by an expert, you did a pretty good job. Very well, Asmara. You've proven to be a capable high elf, you know. Some might not see them as very dangerous, but indeed they are. Here's some coin for your troubles, and I made you a cape from the remaining pelts.
Watch your back.
Thank you. Alright, Kathy. A whole armed camp? Damn, this is a problem. We'll need to devote resources into dealing with it that we don't have. Thank you for your help. We may call upon you again once we figure out how to handle this. Rusted bast sword. Well, you brought the expensive stuff, I see. Let's... feeble sword? No. Rusted bastard sword. There we go. Which is 3.0. Alright. Empty barrel. Alright, we forgot that. We forgot to put on some armor. Worn gloves. There we go. Alright. Let's fill up that barrel. So yeah, I was actually thinking back on this, how if this area is accessible if you're not a high elf and if you're a higher level, but it is still here. Yeah, pretty sure it is. So they don't use phase technology in this. I don't know. Well, maybe they could port it in, kind of phasing. Might be. I don't know if it's complicated stuff or not, but yeah, they didn't do that. You can just, because I was trying hard to remember if this stuff is all here, because on my main character I did these kind of the hunter large quests, but yeah, from what I remember, this is all here.
Hello.
Slacking their thirst. Did you get it? I did. You got water, thank you. At least that's one less problem we have to deal with. The children will have water and the progress on the well is going wonderfully. Now we get our first piece of mail armor. So 2 pieces of cloth. So you can choose between a robe or just a vest. Right. Scale mill.
What brings you here?
Varin appears distressed as he looks in your direction. We found a wagon burned down with the corpses of the accompanying escorts nearby and no sign of the refugees. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Please speak to your companion, Melvina, was it? I am trying to keep people calm as we try to figure it out, but she is very disturbed. She's spreading panic and confusion among the refugees. Alright, providing a balanced diet. You've made amazing progress so far, but there's still so much to do. While the lodge is stocked with an abundance of grain and meat, we're lacking other types of nourishment like fruits and vegetables. Luckily, the area around the lodge has an abundance of pumpkins and berries. This time of year. Can I count on you to search the area for berries and pumpkins? Sure.
I'm listening.
Seeking further guidance. The fall of our homeland has affected us all, but even if our education down this path was cut short, there are still ways to learn. Recently, someone left a letter on your desk, on the desk, and it was addressed to you. Perhaps you should read it and see what it says. Yeah. So they kind of it takes a few more quests than the human starting area before they send you to the trainer. Asmara, I am known as Lorthas the Holy. I was once part of the Order of the Silver Hand. Before the fall of the Order and the kingdom of Lordaeron, I was known as a paladin, a valiant servant of the light, banishing darkness wherever it may be. Your path is taking you down one of the similar to mine. You carry the will of the light alongside great martial prowess. Seek me out in the lodge and I will train you the best of my ability. There he is. Right, I still have to talk about kind of the people that I've encountered on the server here, or that I kind of read up. Kind of the stuff I read on the world chat and the newcomers guild chat. It is by blessing of the light we both stand here today, Asmara. We will be the ones to avenge our people against the scourge and the other threats, but remember the lesson, vengeance by justice. Follow the light. Light be with you. It honors and brings me endless joy to see you take the first step on the path of becoming a paladin. Note that I shall do my utmost to guide you through the tenets and through your training. Talk to me again whenever you wish to seek my counsel. Train me. There we go. Alright, I think the next thing we get at level 4. Then we get judgment, don't we? Let's see, what do we all need to do? Burnt wheels, running a... yeah, we need to talk to her, right?
What brings you here?
We need to talk. My sister was on that wagon. We all knew there was a risk, but she was practically here already. How could this have happened? We survived the scourge, the wetlands, and the horde, and only possession burned to a cinder while being kidnapped. It's not fair. I'm sorry, I shouldn't burn you with this. We've all struggled ever since we lost Guelthalas, but you've provided so much. Alright. But you've provided so much support for us. The wood, the water, you've even defeated those vile troll creatures. You're right, I must be calm. Perhaps my sister is still out there. She's the only family I have left. And if anyone can save her, it's you. Go speak to that roguish human. Go speak to that roguish human woman who led the caravan escorts. Perhaps she can help. All right. So you know about it then. My scouts have confirmed it. It's the damned Shadow Forge raiding party you found. We should have We should have struck right away, but instead I wanted to prepare. Damn it. It's as if they knew we were onto them. You didn't attack any of them, did you? Well, no matter. There is no time for regret. It is time to act. The refugees have been put in cages, and the Dark Irons are prepared to ritually sacrifice them to their gods, the Fire Lord Ragnaros. We can't allow it, Elismara. I'm going to need your help with this. Alright, we should go to the train again. Dark Iron scrappings. Alright, here's the plan. We have established a perimeter around the Dark Iron camp, but we believe that if we move in force, then they will execute the refugees. But we have been ordered to stand down. However, if we do not act now, the refugees will be killed. We need an outsider to sneak into the camp, kill the fire cleric, acquire the key to the cells, and free the refugees. I can think of no one more worthy of this task than you. Well, thank you. All that water and collecting meat paid off. You have proven yourself to be strong and resourceful in the short time we've known each other. Well, they kind of mention it. I believe in you. Now go and save these people. Alright. Leather, mail, cloth, leather. So yeah, the most people that seem to join this server are probably kind of your old-time WoW players, WoW players that are attracted to playing this game, playing the vanilla version of WoW, and maybe not really satisfied or with the way Blizzard has handled it. But this is probably something that is kind of natural to private servers. It attracts certain other people that really don't seem to know what it's all about. I'm kind of surprised how some people seem to have been able to get this game running and gone through the process of getting it started and making a character while absolutely knowing nothing about the game. As I sometimes get the feeling when I read certain conversations in World Chat or in the Newcomers Guild. I actually left the Newcomers Guild because I got so annoyed by it. People just basically asking, so what kind of game is this? And I think, well, how can you not know? Why would you? How did you come across this game if you didn't know? If you never played original WoW or didn't bother to kind of read up on it? So that has been kind of a surprise. Again, this might just be something that is akin to or natural for private servers. And I don't have a lot of experience with private servers. I remember talking to somebody on this server that actually mentioned I don't think he ever played actual WoW, like retail WoW. He always played private servers. Man, we only have 1 berries. Oh, we forgot to go to the paladin trainer. The only private servers I can think of that I have experience with is Project 1999. I played for a bit. When they opened up the green server, I played it somewhat. I got a cleric up to level 14 maybe, and also maybe a shaman to I don't even remember. But yeah, that doesn't sound like a lot. But in EverQuest, leveling takes really long. So there were probably quite a bit of hours spent on that server. But that has the kind of unique position that it exists with the knowledge and consent of the company that owns actual EverQuest at this moment. I don't. It was called Daybreak, but I'm not sure if Daybreak still owns it. Or maybe they're still called Daybreak, but somebody else bought Daybreak and maybe they kept the name. I'm not really sure. So yeah, that's a private server I have some experience with, and the other one, well, although that's very limited because I didn't play a whole lot of it, is the Warhammer Online Re-Reckoning server, I believe it's called. But that also has a bit of a unique position that the original game doesn't exist anymore. So yeah, there isn't really anyone that's going to be complaining about that the server has the. I think there's little chance of them getting a cease and desist order. Did you get the pumpkins and berries? Yes, I did. Wonderful. This will last a while until we can acquire supplies from the Alliance. We can also use the seeds from pumpkins to plan our own pumpkin patch. I was thinking maybe this should be plant, but you can plan out a pumpkin patch, I suppose. Huh. Level 5. Sure, let's put that there. Also, there are a lot of people still on the world chat, whatever chat, asking questions like, how long does it take to get to level 60? Well, that all depends, doesn't it? And also, I kind of think that those, if you're oriented like that, you want to know how long it takes to get to main level, max level. So thinking that that is kind of your goal almost. Then I'm like, well, maybe you should just play retail. That is all about max level. You can leveling means nothing in retail now. So yeah, that's again something that has me going like, kind of what are you trying to get out of this server? Because yeah, in my opinion, this is kind of the even with or without the turtle glyph, I think the original WoW was well, it was kind of starting to get to a point where the destination was maybe somewhat more important than the journey. But yeah, I think what quest do we have actually? Yeah, Dark Iron. All right. Yeah, original WoW was a game that still had the kind of an emphasis on journey rather than being level 60. There he is. I think that's the one we need, right? He has the key. Yep. Thank you, hero. So Arisa's Sunblade, is that actually the sister? Tragedy occurred, level 14. Oh, right, this is something new they added, which is quite neat. In the past it would just say a tragedy occurred, hardcore character such and such fell at the level he was at. But now they actually mention the mob that killed him. Which is kind of interesting. And kind of fun to read. And if they I think it's sometimes it says died because of natural causes, and that's always kind of funny to read. But I think that means drowning or falling off a cliff. I think that if you do that, then it says natural causes, which is always kind of funny to read. Yeah, she's also so-called Sunblade, so yeah, sister's fine. Can we actually tell her that his sister is okay? No. That is a detail they didn't add. Hmm. So his quest is still available, but I don't think... Yeah, too little too late. You have to be level 1. Which makes sense. Well, we took care of it. Time is of the essence. Do not delay. Did we put it in our keyring? No. They're all safe, I can't believe it. We averted a disaster, I can't thank you enough. We take our duty very seriously, and losing those people would have been terrible. Now we need to take care of that raiding party. There is someone who wants to speak with you about that. Go see Varin. Boots. Should probably sell some stuff. Male armor merchant. Well, let's hold on to that.
Be careful.
That's enough.
What brings you here?
Welcome to the Farstriders Lodge Sunblade Reunion. You're the hero of the hour, Esmal. All the refugees are speaking your name. I believe there is a friend of yours who is particularly grateful. Why not go and speak to Melvina Sunblade? Oh. Huh, didn't remember that. You actually, there's a quest.
Hello.
I'm glad that your sister is safe and sound. You've saved my sister. I can't overstate how honored I am. How honored I am to be able to call you my friend. Thanks to you, little Arisha is safe. We're overwhelmed by your heroism. Several wagons have moved on to Stormwind while you were away, but a lot of us have decided to stay here for the time being, perhaps even forever. I believe Kathy wishes to speak with you. Here is a present from me. Take care, okay? Wherever you may end up, remember that we'll always remain friends. So yeah, they kind of give you a reason why these refugees are still here when you come back here, when you're level 20 or something. So I think we get sent to Stormwind now. You did well, Elismara. You deserved all the praise you're getting. It may not seem like much to save a few refugees, but consider that this is just the start of your journey. You exhibit great courage too. I can safely say that I am proud to have met you. However, there is another matter we must talk about. Several of the refugee caravans have decided to move on to Stormwind. We can escort them part of the way there, but eventually they will arrive in a region beset by strife. Bandits and beasts run amok, while we are ordered to outlying areas such as this lodge. We can't go against our orders, but adventurers like you can make a difference back home. Think about it and talk to me again. Just like our friendship shall never wither, Melvina Sunblade. So yeah, that's kind of a funny thing. Kind of female characters wear the rose in their hair like this, but male characters have it in their mouth, like they're about to tango or something. Boarding Goldshire. Alright, so we're level 4 now, and we're going to Goldshire. So that's because of the glyph, I suppose. Level 4 is a bit low to start questing in Goldshire, but you can see a lot of high elves just running into the Northshire Abbey, which kind of makes sense, just to get get the extra experience in there. You've decided to assist, then. I am grateful, Alismara. Alismara. The situation back home is dire, and we cannot return to help at the moment. I do not know what kind of affliction ails the Stormwind nobles, but ever since King Varian disappeared, the kingdom has been run into the ground. Alas, while we can't control the nobles, we can deal with the problems in the kingdom's provinces. Elwyn Forest is a good place to start. The capital is located in this region, and it has been surrounded by issues. Kobolds rule the mines, gnolls raid the towns, and bandits seize the roads. My friend Marshal Dugan is stationed in Goldshire, and he can put you to good use. I believe the magistrates here can teleport you to Goldshire. Alright. Well, yep, alright.
I am listening.
If it isn't Alismara, you've certainly become famous around here. You need to get to Goldshire. Well, I can't deny you after all you've done for us. I will be able to teleport you there this one time as a special favor. Are you ready to go? It will be a while before you can return back here once you leave. So yeah, they're kind of mentioning that although we could probably use our Heartstone to get back here. But yeah, it kind of makes sense that they tell you that it'll take some time because again, when you get back here, you're about level 20. Yeah, I think we did everything there is to do around here, so I'm ready. Safe travels, friend. Portal to Goldshire. Nope. So yeah, Goldshire is always a bit of a mess.
Greetings.
Porting to Goldshire. Gaithy Wake sent you. You certainly made connections. If an SI, if a member of the Alliance military sent you, if you're here to assist, I can assure you that we'll need the help. I have requested for reinforcement from the capital several times, but received nothing. If Kathy vouches for you, then it's good enough for me. I believe I have your first assignment in mind. And don't forget to visit the inn. You may want to attune your Heartstone there. Yep.
Light bless you. Well done.
The Fargo Deep Mine. Yeah. Okay. Now it just continues the regular human quests. So let's actually do as he says. Oh, there he is.
Hey there.
Make this in your home.
See you later.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the right way. Let's head over to the human start area. Oh, before that, I wanted to check something. I remember when I played a high elf, they weren't able to use benches. It looks like, and stools. Yeah. Okay. What about these ones? Oh, cool, they work now. So that was kind of a silly thing, but if you, I think months back when I played this, interactables like this didn't really work. Your character would just kind of stand in them rather than actually use them. So it seems that they've solved that, which is nice. And also they've added emotes to the emotes now actually have sound, which they also didn't have back then, which was kind of one of the reasons why I decided on playing a human as my main character rather than a high elf. Yeah, because of this ability, maybe high elves are more suited to be playing paladins. Then again, humans do still get the plus weapon skill, which is nice, but that is probably more useful for warriors, tanks especially. Well, DPS as well, because it's easier to hit higher level targets. Which I guess on my paladin doesn't really matter, because my paladin is holy spec. There are more quests to the high elves. I remember in Stormwind there is actually a kind of a quest line, which I probably should start doing someday. Which is it has grayed out a long time ago. Yeah, so I already did this recently. I hope you strapped your belt on tight, young paladin, because there's work to do here in Northshire, and I don't mean farming. Stormwind Guard is hard pressed to keep the peace here, with so many of us in distant lands and so many threats getting close. So we're always defend the land. From here to answer the call. Yeah, kind of your standard text. Nothing has changed because you're
See you around.
because you happen to be a high elf, which makes sense, I suppose. But yeah, this is kind of a good way to get your level up to level 5 or 6. I think when you're done here, you're probably level 6. That makes Elwyn Forest a lot easier to begin with. So I'm not sure about all of this, but that is something that Turtle WoW has added as well. Not only have they added quests unique to the server, but they have also added, clutter and stuff. Again, this might have been here on vanilla as well, but there are places where I've clearly noticed that there's kind of clutter around that wasn't there. Kind of livens up the place, so that is really cool, I think. Kind of going into those details. I think in Darkshire even they well, not Darkshire, the kind of the Duskwood area. There are some. They've added some houses there that are that were in the files but never in the game. So you're kind of looking at beta assets, which is also kind of neat. And there are also some NPCs walking around there from kind of assets that were in the game but were never used. Let's see, I had some stuff written down. Did I talk about everything? Yeah, this is something else that I kind of noticed. A lot of people in the world chat. Again, this is maybe something that is normal for private servers, but I find it very odd. There are people in kind of in world chat. They will just say, "I need a GM. Can a GM help me out? Is there a GM online?" And never in all my years of playing WoW, even the thought occurred to me to, just ask for a GM to help me with something. So that always kind of surprising to me. I think in all my years I've only opened, and that is kind of of course, that was in retail WoW back in the day. I think I opened one ticket for something, which in the end resolved itself. So that was kind of useless. But yeah, people asking and screaming for GM help is something rather alien to me, but it happens here. Kind of something I noticed. So yeah, I've written down my experience with other private servers, which I've kind of explained already. Kind of Project 99, the EverQuest server, and Warhammer Online. Although Warhammer Online is very minor. Yeah, kind of I've kind of touched on this already. Kind of the people having conversations that they really don't understand the turtle glyph. Kind of like, why would you do that? And the same I'm just like, well, it's there. You can use it if you want to. I think it's neat because like I said, I think it's the idea of focusing more on your journey rather than the destination is something that appeals to me, and kind of And I already mentioned this in the other video, but kind of nudging this game, almost nudging it a bit more towards what it was in the beta, and also maybe a bit more to EverQuest, where also leveling took really long, and yeah, death was, of course, playing with Turtle Glyph. Death isn't as bad because you there are no corpse runs or anything, but you do get a 5% XP penalty when you die, which can be quite annoying, a nuisance. So yeah, dying actually means something, not just a track in ghost form. It goes further than that. I think that's it really. Yeah. And again, it was kind of my own fault. Somebody kind of went into starting to have a conversation with somebody who was talking about how he didn't understand the turtle glyph. And I was kind of telling him, well, you know, there are people that probably like that kind of stuff, like to take a bit longer and really have to explore everywhere and do all the quests and not out level stuff too much. And he still was like, yeah, but why would you spend all that time on one character? Why would you then just make alts? Or maybe I told him that. Well, I kind of said I can understand why people would the idea of spending more time on one character rather than spreading it out on alts. And then he said something like, yeah, I don't plan to make alts on this server. And he didn't plan to play on this server at all. So yeah. Again, don't. Well, it wasn't a discussion really, but even just general conversation. I'm like, yeah, why am I speaking to you? Why are you even talking? And why am I talking to you? Yeah, just let those people be. So yeah, that's kind of it. That was the high elf introduction experience, which is kind of neat. They put some put some work into that, and I'm kind of grateful that they went ahead and fixed the interactions and the emotes. Oh, we could probably have a look at that. Let's try that.
You wouldn't happen to have any mana shards that you might want me to hold, would you? For safekeeping, of course.
Aha.
The only downside to working with the Alliance is that I never know when I'm going to trip over a gnome. Does the Alliance really need 2 types of elves? Humans are great when it comes to magic. However, it's a shame none of them seem to know how to hunt. I just hate going to Ironforge. All that beer, yet you can't get a single glass of wine anywhere. There's no way I could work with the Horde. They're just so unrefined and lack sophistication.
Yep.
When it comes to the Alliance and their elves, we're like night and day. You wouldn't happen to have any mana shards that you might want
There
to
we go.
hold, would you?
I think that's
For
all of them.
safekeeping, of course.
But yeah, again, these weren't there a while ago when I played. These characters were just silent. I even think I'm not really sure, but I think even the just laughing was silent. So yeah, I'm glad they put that in. Kind of makes it more well, it just felt unfinished when you have silent characters and they can't interact with chairs and whatnot. It felt kind of silly. It didn't stop people from playing High Elves though. Quite a lot of them running around, which is logical, of course, because it's kind of the unique thing to this server. The goblins are also kind of interesting because they use the since this is they probably could backport the kind of how they looked in when were the goblins added in? Well, no, I think even after Cataclysm, or no, I don't know. But yeah, the thing is, they had those kind of the newer high poly. The server is restarting. Well, 20 minutes. So I'm done soon. But the goblins had those higher at a higher poly count, highly detailed character models. But these ones don't. They kind of have the old the classic goblin look, which is kind of funny. Yeah. Well, I've prattled on for long enough. So yeah, after a look at the humans, this was a look at the high elves on Total WoW. Yep. Thanks for watching. See you around. Have a good one.